What's good, everyone? Welcome to the EFBC channel. Today I got a very special guest with me. He's from Worldwide Wrestling, and ladies and gentlemen, I got the 3DUB Undisputed Champion, Sander fucking Cool, y'all. Let's give it up for him, man.
Hey Max, how you doing? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. It's been a long time since we talked, so it's good. It's really good to be here, and it's good to be It's good to talk to you, really.
Man, I know you and I always talk on Facebook and whatnot, but I'm actually pretty honored to be interviewing you and actually taking the initiative to interview you for this. So, thank you for.
I mean, the honor is all mine. The honor is all mine to be interviewed by you as well. So, the honor goes both ways.
All right, so enough about me, man. Can you tell us your experience in that match, man? That hardcore title match, and you just winning it and being the 3DUB Undisputed Champion. Can you tell us about? Just tell us how you felt. Tell us the moment. Tell us about just that night.
You know, that night was so crazy because, believe me, it was a night that. Man, it started with that crazy hardcore title match that I was in. I was bruised up. I was beaten up by the hardcore champion, Marcus Bishop, of course. So the moment I walked out of that ambulance, I just knew I was ready. I knew I walked in there with only one thing on my mind, and that was making sure that I got what I wanted, that I got what I wanted for so long, and no injury and no beatdown was going to stop me from that. That beatdown made me ready for that moment. And as soon as I walked through that corridor, I gave my briefcase to the referee and hit that frog splash. It was a feeling that I thought I would never feel. And
do you feel like a lot of people? Do you feel like a lot of people in the back doubted you, or did you feel like a lot of people like, oh, he's never gonna be a champion and all that? Did you even doubt yourself, or no?
Well, I think a lot of people doubted me because, you know, I've had a previous briefcase called the Soul Survivor briefcase, and I filled with that pretty big. So there was a lot of doubt backstage, but there was also a lot of trust. And yeah, there are some moments of doubt that you have about yourself, about thinking, hey, can I really do this? But at the end of the day, I told myself, dude, you gotta get that faith. You gotta have trust in this. So, yeah, eventually you gotta go pull yourself and just do it.
I respect
That's
that,
what
man.
you need to do.
I mean, I was once an underdog in XVPW, and, you know, I never really doubted myself. I mean, yeah, I never won a match in Extreme Virtual Pro Wrestling, but I made sure I always gave it my all, you know, because any match, I always want to be match of the night. Win, lose, or draw. If I'm not in the main event, I'm always going to do my best to be the match of the night, to get people talking about. Because people are always going to remember the match of the night, not the main event. Yeah, maybe the main event may try to steal a show, but I made sure I always do my best to steal the show and to get people buzzing. Win, lose, or draw, you know? So I can only imagine how it felt for you.
You're trying to create that special moment. You're trying to get that one moment that solidifies not only what you are, but what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, for real.
And to achieve that on such a big pay-per-view is just, it's just a different feeling. It's a different kind of, you're also in a different kind of crowd, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's
of course,
also,
yeah.
The crowd is just different when it comes to such a big pay-per-view like Gold Rush.
For real.
Like, man, that crowd was wild. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. So, Sander, basically to end this off is, what's next for Sander Cool and 3DUB?
What's next for me is just proving that this company, 3DUB, is the future. That this title is the future, and that 3DUB is the company to go. That 3DUB is the company to be the place in, and to be the company where you want to go and fight the very best. that's what I want to achieve, and that's what I want to do.
I respect that, man.
To be the one true future.
Is there anybody who you think who basically wants to be your next opponent for that belt? I mean, there's so many big names in 3DUB. Is there anybody worthy to face you, or somebody who feels like they deserve a chance at this?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of guys who deserve to have this belt. I mean, guys like Jack Harvey, guys like Jack Harvey, guys like Remy Resnar, who honestly had the title, who I won the title from, Juice James, who I honestly would love to face. And yeah, there's just a lot of guys who I can mention and who I can say, but at the end of the day, they need to prove it. They need to prove that they belong in it, and the only way they can do it is by fighting the champion and by fighting up those ranks. That's what I would say that guy would deserve it, by fighting your way up, just like I did.
All right, man. Well, thank you for being my first guest on the EFBC interview, man. Anybody who you want to shout out and all that stuff?
I want to thank Drew Gessner for the opportunity. I want to thank 3DUB for the opportunity, for allowing me to do this. And obviously, I want to thank also, well, I just want to thank EFBC for giving me this interview and giving me the opportunity to just talk and just show how amazing 3DUB is and how amazing EFAT has become.
Cool.
So thank you all, and go check out Takedown on August 4th, because believe me, it's going to be a crazy, crazy episode.
All right, man. Later, Sander. And congrats
later,
again, man.
Thank you.
Keep that belt. Keep it.
I will. I will keep the belt. Don't you worry.